Hello everyone. So in today's world, resources to learn anything new is pretty much everywhere. Like you can find thousands of resources to learn HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, or anything basically. Whatever you want to learn, you just search in Google, and Google suggests you thousands of resources. But the confusion is, where is the best resources lie? Where should you learn from? In my opinion, if we are talking about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or anything related to web, we should be learning from MDN web docs, which stands for Mozilla Developer Networks, and we should be learning here pretty much everything we can find here: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, web forms, accessibility, performance. This is recommended by me and many others because this is pretty much the best place to learn web development. So we'll be learning HTML basics from here today. This will be a detailed video about HTML, not covering everything, but most useful ones. Uh, what is HTML? We've already talked about this. HTML is a markup language that defines the structure of your content, meaning the skeleton of your website. Then we'll add CSS and JavaScript to add design and interactivity. So let's write some HTML now. We've already written some HTML in previous videos, but let's learn from Mozilla Developer Network. So yeah, HTML opening tag, closing tag. So we've already wrote paragraphs here. Let's write another paragraph. We'll use P. There's the opening tag. Here's the P, and there's a closing tag. In between these, our content will go. Like let's say, hello world, again and again, and start the live server. So in between the opening and closing tag, the real content will be hello world again and again. We could have written hello world again and again here as well. Hello world again and again. And this would still show here, but we should be wrapping it into some HTML elements because it's the best practice, and we can target it as in CSS as well, as I've mentioned previously. Let's go back to HTML doc from Mozilla Developer Network. Opening tag, closing tag, and the content, and the whole thing is considered an element. This whole thing is an element. This is the opening tag, this is the closing tag, and this is the main content. We can write anything. Let's write anything for real, anything. So here, anything. We'll see this on the live server. Let's see what next. Attribute as in class or ID or anything you want here. We can add a lot of attributes, and we'll be talking about these later on when we learn CSS. Let's skip it for now. We don't need it for now. Nesting elements. Be strong. Okay, strong. Anything is powerful. Let's write. And then we wanna bold the text in is powerful, right? Because it is powerful. Bold. All right. See, the is powerful is bolded. So we need to be careful, because if we do this, this will not okay, this is still working because it's but it's not best practice, because we should maintain the nesting properly, as we've mentioned here. Void elements, image elements. Okay, image does not have a closing tag. If we are using image tag, this is self closing. Should do like this, self closing like this. We can add a source of, let's Google something, I don't know, uh, Apple. All right, let's go for that. Images, copy image address, then we can just paste it here, the image address, and all we can do Apple image. See, we can use the copy image address and use it in the src tag, which means source. We are defining the source here by copying the address and then using it in the source. We can change it as well. I did copy this one. So we can do this, and we also have an alt tag which stands for alternative. So if the image is not found, I've deleted some text. Now the image should not be found. Okay, it still works. Let's say this, the URL is broken totally. Now the alternative text will be shown here, like Apple image, because the image they couldn't find, the HTML file couldn't find the image source, so it broke down. Let's go for this one, copy image address, and just paste it in between the string tags, quotation marks, double quotes. Inside the double quotes we'll paste the link and it will be visible. When you save, we need to save the file first, and then when we don't even need to reload because we're using live server. The live server will reload automatically whenever we change something and save here. This is how you use image tag and alt attribute using the source. We can use images from local files as well. I'll show it later on. Let's see, anatomy of HTML documents. We've already talked about this, but let's go through it again. Doc type. So at the first, at the beginning, we're defining the type. We're defining the type to be HTML. The file is containing HTML. That's what we're saying. HTML tag, and the closing HTML tag. And then we have head section, head, and then we have meta character set UTF-8. I've already discussed about this. We don't need to know this like pretty well because it works with mostly search engine optimization, like when we are working for search engine optimization, when we are trying to show our website on the search results of Google or Bing or anything. The search engine will go through these and try to understand what the website is about. Meta viewport title. The title, I missed on the title. The title thing is, I didn't talk about this, but title thing is whatever we want to show in our browser. Like let's say my first website, right? Save it, and here, this is the title. This is the title we see. So here it comes Apple, because the Google have defined the title, the search thing. They've made it dynamic. We'll be talking about dynamic programming later on, but for now let's just understand title is the title over here. We can also add a fav icon. We need to mention link, and the rel should be fav. I don't remember it exactly. Let's Google it. Fav icon HTML. Right, rel icon. Sorry, my bad, I forgot about it. One thing to remember, that forgetting about things is completely fine, because in programming we can't remember everything, right? We can always Google it up and look for it. We don't need to always remember everything. See, the favicon has turned this image because I've used the copy image address and in the href. So this made the href, favicon looks like this. Let's use this one to show the difference. So yeah, this is it. All right, let's get back to the doc. Image, we've already seen this. Source attribute, yes. Alternative attributes, I've already talked about this. Marking up text headings. Yes, I have already talked about headings being different ones like H1, H2, H3. So I am using VS Code, and VS Code has shortcut like Alt and Shift and down arrow. When you press Alt, Shift and down arrow, you'll just copy that line and generate new one. I'll use H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Let's do the text hello world. H1, H2, H3. So they all have different sizes. Like H1 is the biggest, H2 is smaller, H3 is smaller, and so on. And oh, they only mentioned. Oh, okay. They've shown the example of H4, but they've already mentioned that H1 to H6. Okay. Oh yeah, comments. I already almost forgot about comments. You can make a comment here like this. Anything in between these will be okay. I need to also tap an exclamation mark. Like let's say header section used for SEO mostly. So now I've made a comment. This is a comment. The HTML parser will not read these. These are for developers like you and me. And whenever later on we want to specify something important, like let's say when we are working in team, we need to mention like don't delete this heading section. So this is a comment for future you or future developers who will later on read the comment and then work accordingly to understand something. Like let's say I want to make another comment. This section is for browser title. I'll make this comment and paste it right here. So this is the browser title. When we want to change it to my second website, let's say let's change it to my second website. So comments are basically useful for future yourself or other developers when you are collaborating with others, and you can understand your own logic from this too. As I've said, we don't need to memorize everything. We can search on Google everything, whatever we want, and so the comment will help you to understand the code later on better. All right, paragraph, we have already mentioned paragraph. Yes, lists. Nice. So we want to use lists. We can use UL and OL. UL and OL. UL stands for unordered list and OL stands for ordered lists. Like let's say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right. So UL stands for unordered list and OL stands for ordered list. So basically UL will show in bullet points and OL will show in numbers. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3 all in bullet points and 1, 2, 3 with numbers. You can create as many as you want, like 4, 5, whatever. These are very useful. Okay, anchor tags, links, anchor tags. Let's just delete all these because the website is becoming a bit cluttered. Let's use a tag and let's say click me. Href. Href stands for what? Actually forgot. Let me see. Href stands for link in short, but okay, hyperlink, actually hyperlink, my bad. So whenever we use href, we can redirect users from our website to somewhere else. We need to mention where. Like, let's say what they're doing here is they're redirecting to Mozilla Manifesto. Let's do the same, and here we have it. Click me. It's a link. It's an anchor tag. Whenever we click this, we'll be redirected to Mozilla Manifesto. Yes, we have been redirected to Mozilla Manifesto. We can do one more thing here. You might have seen that sometimes when we click a link, we go to a new website, a new tab in Chrome or Mozilla or anything. We can do this like this: target underscore blank. When we do this, now if we click the link, a new tab will be opened. The previous tab will stay the same way. So let's just delete this and see the difference. This website will be redirected to that website, but when we use target underscore blank, we go to a new tab. That website remains the same, and we open the new tab and redirected there. Great. Conclusion. Okay, we did not follow their as they've mentioned the thing Mozilla is cool. If we did follow their instructions, we'd be having a website like this. We did not follow them, so we have click me. You can follow it if you want. I'll make sure to link this in the description. You can check it out. And you should always learn from Mozilla Developer Networks, because it is one of the best resource to learn anything. Whatever you can find it here, you should be learning, because Mozilla Developer Networks is great and anyone can vouch for this, I think. All right, so that's about it for now. We'll talk about more details in later videos, or maybe jump into CSS. It really depends. Let me know in the comments what do you want to learn, and what have you learned, what have you not understood, and provide me any feedbacks. Any feedbacks is always appreciated. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.